My name's Jeff Douglas. I'm a commercial glazing project manager. I've been in the industry for 30. You got to be thick-skinned. You got to put up with a lot to be in this industry, and that tends to carry over into your personal life. I've got a family of 5, myself, my wife, and 4 kids. My 2 boys are pretty much grown and moved out. I've got an 18-year-old stepdaughter and soon-to-be 6-year-old son.
Jeff and I always like to talk whenever we see each other, and I find Jeff to be a very nice guy, very personable guy. I think that there's the bravado that individuals take in construction that they can't get hurt, and physically, yeah, sure they can, but what's happening inside they just don't realize.
I've been really good over the past few years about ignoring things and not wanting to go to the doctor because I don't want to hear the bad. So instead I chose to ignore it. I didn't want to face it. I woke up that morning just like any other morning, except I felt a little more sore than normal. Went about my normal morning routine and my shower, jumped in the car, came to work. I'm sitting at the desk and I had pain in my pretty much entire upper body. And it was going through both my arms too. It was a little concerning and it wouldn't go away. I went downstairs to get some water, and while I was walking to the cafeteria downstairs, a coworker of mine saw me, asked how I was doing, and I told him, "Oh, I'm not really feeling that well right now." And
that's not typical for him to make a complaint. So I followed him into the break room, had him sit down, I asked him if he needed anything.
I had a couple drinks of water, and then finally the pain had kind of subsided, and so I just said, "No, I'm fine. I'm going to go back upstairs." And about 20 minutes later, my boss comes in. "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm fine." And he goes, "I heard you're having some chest pains." And I said, "Yeah, a little bit." I said, "But it's not that big a deal." Meanwhile, it really was hurting. That day, I was only working a 4-hour day. I went home at 10 o'clock, and then, frankly, I don't remember anything the rest of that day. I hadn't said anything to my wife. The next thing I remember, 4:30 in the morning, I woke up to go to the bathroom, and my chest and arms were just, the pain was unreal. Finally, I had to wake my wife up. I shook her, and I was kneeled down on the side of the bed on the floor, and I said, "We got to call 911. And she, of course, shoots out of bed. She had no idea. And so we go downstairs, we called 911. My house is full of medics now, and my blood pressure is 200/100. Ran a whole bunch of blood tests on me and diagnosed me with myocardial infarction. I had a 95% blockage in one of the 3 major arteries in my heart, and so they checked me in, moved me upstairs to the 7th floor, and put in 2 stents to eliminate the blood clot. Kept me there for a couple of days, and then they did a sonogram on my heart. Said I was checked out fine, so they let me go home. I went home that Monday and took that Tuesday off, and then came back to work Wednesday, and back at it ever since, trying to do better. A lot of things that I should have done that I didn't do, especially not telling my wife. She forgave me. And the education that you guys are doing absolutely triggered Scott Cook to keep an eye on me. Because Goldfinch is so big into this whole program, it's just ingrained in everybody's head now.
This isn't just about the challenge, it's about forever.
I think an education such as this really opens people's eyes.
Scott just followed suit. I'm thankful for him. I mean, it was very nice of him, even though I ignored him.
There isn't a day that goes by that he doesn't just either nod or say thanks or wave.
It's made me start looking into better diet, trying to be more active. My wife is definitely a key component in making sure I start eating better. She's been making me drink really nasty shakes. I'm doing what I can to make sure this never happens again.